I had this idea to do a video that many women vloggers do and just do it from my own perspective of how I go at the same thing. I shot the footage, there's like an hour of footage, so that's going to take me a long time to edit. It won't be ready in time for tomorrow, so this is an alternative vlog. I wasn't really planning on shooting this vlog, but speaking of shooting, hey, let's stop killing black kids. How about that? That'd be great. It's Sunday, Paul Talkers. I'm shooting this... I don't want to use that phrase. I'm recording this vlog on Saturday night. I didn't look through Twitter very much throughout the day, but I'm looking through it this evening, and so I wanted to make this vlog for three things. One, to let you know that a teenage kid, black kid, in Ferguson, Missouri, by the name of Michael Brown, was killed today. He was shot by police officers. There may have been one police officer, there may have been many. There may have been as many as 10 shots. He may have been 17 or 18. He may have shoplifted. Many reports say that he was holding up his hands and had no weapons when he was killed by one or more police officers. That happened, and I want you to know that that happened. I'm telling you this because it was a black kid shot in the middle of America, and oftentimes that gets overlooked. It's looking like a story of white on black violence. There's a lot of black on black violence that happens all the time, and much of it does not get reported. But there's a distinct difference here, and the big difference is racism. Lots of racism. So let me move to point two. Racism still exists in the United States of America. It is real, at the least. It can make your life horribly difficult to live. And at the worst, it can end your life. Just because you're not white or light-skinned. And number three, I'm afraid of the cops. Not for myself, but for anyone who does not have light skin. That sucks. I grew up on media, on stories that said that whoever holds the position of policing the law in a given scenario, whether it is actual police officers helping out Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys, or fairy police officers who are trying to catch Artemis Fowl, or the Aurors of Harry Potter, or the cops that are on various TV shows. The lesson that I keep on learning from all of these stories over and over again is that a vast majority of police officers are good people who are trying to help citizens, who are trying to save lives, and the ones who are bad cops are the rare rotten apple in the bunch. That's what all the stories tell me, and I want to believe that. I'm able to conceive that the same sort of mindset and heart that would make a person want to defend their country or fight fires could also potentially lead a person to want to protect people in their community from crime. Because crime hurts people. That is true. Crime is bad. I want to think of the police as people who are on my side. But the more I learn about the police, the more I realize they're on a very specific, narrow side. Their side. A side of people who look light-skinned. A side of people who are racist and believe the worst things about people who are not light-skinned. I don't want to believe that, so stop making things happen, police officers, please, to make me believe that. I don't want to believe that a police officer, any police officer, would see a kid holding up his hands, unarmed, suspected of nothing more dangerous than maybe shoplifting, and murder him. I don't want to believe that. The thing about the news that I've been reading in the past couple of years is that it's very possible. And I think one of the worst things that we can do, particularly as white people and light-skinned allies of people of color, is ignore it. Is to say that it's a fluke or a rarity. It happens f***ing all the time. All across the United States. This keeps happening. The people that we want to trust to help save us from crimes are the people who are murdering just because they're not light-skinned. That should terrify you regardless of what you look like. If you can't trust the police force to be on the side of good, then what does that make this world? I don't have a better action item for you than to pay attention. Look to the headlines and see how they're structured in such a way to make you think that anybody who's not light-skinned is automatically in the bad. Because they're not mobs. They are communities of perfectly good human beings who are just trying to survive, and racism is preventing that a lot. Please do not believe the lies that you're told whenever anybody says it's not about racism. Because it's almost always about racism. This is another one of those vlogs where I can't really say that you like it, but if you support what I'm trying to say in this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed and my rant hasn't scared you off. Please share this with everybody that you know if you think that I'm right and this needs to be paid attention to. I would appreciate it. If you are white or a light-skinned person, as Jay Slur on Twitter said tonight, this is this time when you don't be quiet. This is when you are an ally. You speak up and you support the people who need you to support them. As much as you can. I don't expect you to go out there and change the world, but at the very least say, hey, the world needs changing. What are your thoughts? Leave me your comments, questions, and suggestions below. Nothing else, tell me something that matters to you. As always, thanks for watching.